Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. A lot of you wrote to me asking me to talk about the India bloc's boycott of 14 news anchors. You wanted to know what my opinion was. Your wish is my command, and here is what my opinion is. Let's get right into the show. So my colleague Ameena Ansari has already done a full-fledged show on this. She has spoken about who are the 14 anchors, which channel, why it happened, everything she has said. So I'm going to attach that show with my editorial. So please do have a look at it. You'll find out the entire story in its totality, but I'm sure a lot of you already know it. So let's get right into the opinion. Okay, so that I don't waste your time. Now, my opinion has two segments. One is a professional segment. Professional as a communication advertising professional, I will give you my professional opinion. And second is my personal opinion. So I'm going to give you both. Okay, now let's start with my professional opinion. You see, what happens is in 2019, BJP had got around 39% vote share. Congress had got around 20% vote share. BJP 39%, Congress 20%. Now, it's said that, and a lot of experts, a lot of psephologists, including Amitabh Tiwari, has been saying that, you see, the swing factor or the fence hitters could range anything between 14% to 17%. 17% of people are fence hitters who are currently aligned with the dispensation, but are fence sitters, still waiting and watching. Kya hoga? They have yet not fully made up their decision. This 14 to 17% of people, if they swing or a part of them swing, this entire dimension could change. Now, that's what normally as a marketing person we try and do. We try and swing the fence-sitting audience. That is how we take a market share from a market leader. This is what we do. In politics too, this fence-sitters becomes very, very important. You must have heard this concept of swing very often, and this swing is brought about by these fence-sitters. Okay. Now, where do you think you find these fence-sitters? You normally find these fence-sitters in channels like these and with listening to programs like these anchors. So the chances of addressing the fence-sitters are when you are part of these kind of channels. So when you frequent these channels, when you frequent these anchors, you tend to address these fence-sitters. And if you can do it well, like the way a Kanhaiya Kumar does, or like the way a Supriya Shrinet does, well, I mean, I'm sure Kanhaiya Kumar himself must have swung a lot of audience towards the other side. So if you are a fantastic spokesperson, superb spokesperson, you tend to swing people the other side. And that's how the swing happens, isn't it? It's always better to have a small opening in the competitor's market, because that opening can help you convert the fence-sitters to your market. So that's my professional view. By banning these anchors, no matter what they have done, a lot of it is not correct. I completely agree. We have been shouting from the top of our voice, isn't it? We have been shouting from the top of our voice. But the fact remains that strategically, if you look at it, I would say that more than the channel, it will be the India bloc that will be the losers. Because the channel is going to continue to have their audience, because a bulk of their audience are aligned to their point of view, and like I said, they are fence-sitters. So the losers are finally going to be the India bloc, and that's the point I wanted to make from a professional perspective. Now let me talk to you from a personal perspective. You banned an anchor. Correct. Absolutely correct. In a way, if you look at it from those political parties, Congress, you're saying, you are spreading you're spreading communal venom, you're saying you're spreading fake news and all that. So you banned the channel. Okay. You ban the anchor. Pray tell me, what happens to those media owners who make the anchor do what they want them to do? What happens to them? Abhisar Sharma was a fantastic anchor. He was sacked by ABP. So was Punya Prasoon Vajpayee. So was Ravish Kumar. Created a situation where he had to go. What about the media owners? What are you going to do about them? Are you just tackling the symptoms and not the disease? Because I think if the media owners stand as a spine like what Pranay Roy had, there is nothing that can change, or you have the best of anchors then doing their jobs the way it should have been done. So if you don't have a Pranay Roy, you have a media owner who will succumb to everything that the government wants for whatever reason. They get away, and the poor anchor gets nailed. I am not saying therefore the anchors are innocent and they have been doing their jobs to the best of their ability and all. I am not saying all that, but I am saying that you see, the media owner is equally responsible. What are you doing about them? My point number 2. My point number 3. You see, as a person, I am against this boycott culture. I have always been saying that. I don't like this film, boycott the film. I don't like that hero, boycott that hero. That heroine talks about this ideology, boycott that hero, boycott that heroine. Where are we going to end all of this? BJP boycotted channels. BJP, very few BJP leaders will come to a channel like ours to talk to us. Very few BJP. In fact, they openly, lot of them have openly told us that we will not come to your channel. Tell, nahi karega. Fair enough. The Prime Minister, I spoke about it yesterday. No questions please. Prime Minister, the question ही नहीं allow करता है. Now, how is India going to be different? India bloc or India alliance, how are they going to be different? You see, boycotting media, not talking to media is not a solution. It is not good practice. Put the best spokesman on the job. That spokesman is capable enough to rip into that anchor. A lot of spokespersons have done it. Collectively identify 5 spokespersons who will speak for India and put them onto the channel. Let them go and take on that anchor. When the anchor disconnects you, or when the anchor shuts you down, or when the anchor edits you, we will see it then. But at least give it a shot. Answer back. That would have been a far better strategy than saying that I am not going to come to this channel anymore. Which is what I think Sambit Patra did with NDTV, or BJP did with NDTV. Katti, not coming to your channel. Now these people are doing to other channels. How fair is that? The question also then arises that tomorrow, if a channel says something, when if India bloc comes into power and the channel says something, will the channel be banned by India? Will this political parties ban the channel? Is that going to happen in the future? So like I said the other day, today we see this, tomorrow are we going to see this? Print doesn't say something, an anchor says something that the minister doesn't like. Boom, the anchor is banned. Is that what's going to happen? So you are setting a very wrong precedence. My opinion, long and short, to conclude, I think this is knee-jerk reaction. I don't think this will even last. I think this is a short-term thing. This all will get over very soon, because for election you require media, and they will go to the media, and they will it'll all be sorted out. That's my first reaction. My second reaction is, see this concept of boycott. That's the concept. As a democratic country, we should shun this concept of boycott. I don't like you, boycott you. That concept is wrong, and that concept will have ramifications in the future. It will have very bad ramifications in the future. So that's the third thing. The third thing is, you see, we've always been speaking about anchors. It's high time we also talk about the media owners who are equally responsible, and possibly the ones who make the anchor do what they do. So that's the point I wanted to make tonight, and let's see you next time. That's tomorrow at 10. Namaskar.